everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas offense will get the first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Finds his target down the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man. It's Pitts. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. To the air on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end run up there.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Might as well give it to him again.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Dropping back, it's Pitts. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense.
Touchdown Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Smashes through the tackle. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quickly complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. to grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They march 78 yards down the field. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Picks up the first down. They bring him down with the big play where it moved the sticks. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And the ball's out and they're after it. He's got the ball and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quick strike complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Got a man. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game break.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. It's strong. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total. Just into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the returner will be dragged down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. He's open on the right. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Hauls it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Right down the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense in an empty set. Looking to pass. It's Pitts. He makes the grab. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Running free. Touchdown, South Carolina. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
First and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Creates a little room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out as the Saints.
Oh, a lot of space. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
35, South Carolina, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. So now it's 2nd and long.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Arrington. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Quick completion on the out. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Give to the running back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking downfield, it's Pitts. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He'll try to do it himself.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys, too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Makes the grab.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Right back to the well. And you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The inside handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. With the clock running, this should be the final play. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation